Hello, welcome to Quintessential Tips. I am Tunde Tosh, your podcast host. How has your week been? I trust it has been productive and fun-filled. Today's episode has been titled as Avoiding the Avoidance Strategy. You might be wondering what it means. I'll get into it shortly. The fragrance of the evening is the Mary Kay Men's High Intensity Fragrance. It is an ambery oriental fragrance with a touch of icy black fennel and silver sage. A wonderful and award-winning product. Okay, avoiding the avoidance strategy. What is the avoidance strategy, or what do I refer to as the avoidance strategy in this particular case? So I'll just take you down memory lane, shall I? Okay, do you remember that guy, or maybe that lady, let's just say that somebody, whom you always avoided shaking his or her hands after the first episode? So you shook his or her hand once. Subsequently, you started avoiding him or her. What might that be down to? Well, we'll soon find out. Have you ever been in a situation where you've gone to felicitate with people who have just had a baby? The baby had been passed around, people were cradling the baby, and then all of a sudden, they gave the baby to you. The baby just burst out in tears. Wah, wah, wah. So much that the baby's mother had to take the baby away from you just for a while. Immediately, he or she stopped crying. You put it down to the fact that maybe the baby was cranky, hungry, tired, or she or he was just used to her or his mother. Unfortunately, they passed the baby around again, starting with you. The baby started crying, and then they gave the baby over to other people. That was not the case. And you probably summed it up and said it was down to maybe that particular baby not liking you. The problem is that it wasn't a one-off. It might have just happened with other babies. And then you've come to the conclusion that babies don't like you. Is that really true? Not necessarily so. Well, guys, I've heard guys talk about not shaking hands and they take it to heart. In some cases, it's called the no fingerprint policy. What's that about? You don't shake people for various reasons. It might just be that their hands are hard. Well, that may be the case with all the scenarios that I've mentioned. How do you get rid of hard hands? Hard hands going away to make way for well-nourished, moisturized, and finely textured hands. It's simple. I have an antidote for hard hands. It's the Mary Kay Men's White Tea and Citrus Satin Hands Pampering Set. It has a fragrance-free protecting softener, a satin smoothie refining sheer scrub, and a nourishing sheer cream. Okay, look at this package, ready to be presented as a gift. You don't need much. If you want, this is fancy enough, but if you want a touch of elegance, you might just add a bow to it, and it's ready to go. So I will be demoing how to use this product set. Okay, so I'll use my fragrance-free protecting softener first. This needs replenishing very, very soon. I do use it a lot. Okay, so I'll just take a bit, just a bit, and then rub my hands together. This time, rubbing my hands in such a way that the softener makes its way into my skin. I'll take care to make sure that I work it into the skin in between my fingers. Sometimes people apply lotions to their hands, but the skin in between their fingers are pale. That's just a sign of them not spreading it round to the fingers. Right. And now I have it worked in. Normally I'll leave it for 5 minutes. If you've ever had a manicure session, they would do something like this and leave it there for a couple of minutes. That serves the purpose of it working its way into your skin properly for the next stage. That next stage is the exfoliation process. The Satin Smoothie Refining Shear Scrub, it has some fine particles that are gritty to rub against your skin cells, thereby getting rid of dead skin cells. Okay, this will get rid of dead, dry skin cells which cause roughness or hardness as well. I'll just use a bit, so it's like a soap, except that it's an exfoliating one. I'll just apply a bit of water and then rub my hands really. The gritty particles are rubbing against my skin cells. Those gritty particles will get rid of the dead ones, the dead skin cells. So that's how the exfoliation happens. I'll do it for a minute or two. My hands are getting dry now, so I'll just wet them just so that I can wash them properly. I can feel the gritty particles. That's all done now. I'll now rinse it off. Once that is done, I'll use my towel to dap my hands for the purpose of drying them. And that's it. Ooh, they're smooth as a baby's bum. Babies have very tender and smooth skin. If you notice, my hands are now very smooth and of even complexion. That's down to the treatment that I've just had. The next thing I will do is to use the Nourishing Sheer Cream. I'll just take a bit Not much. In fact, I might have overdone it. And then apply it to my hands. Just rub. And that's it. In certain cases, I generally tend to apply this just again. You might be wondering why. It's very simple. I have moisturized my hands now. This now acts as a protecting layer. So it locks in the moisture. That way I don't lose the moisture to the atmosphere, particularly when the air is dry. Okay. This will keep my hands well moisturized for 12 hours, 12 to 24 hours. What I tend to do is to moisturize every 12 hours. Okay. Barring very, very intensive hand washing, for example, soaking it in hot water and or using very, very harsh alcoholic hand washes to wash my hand. This is just fine. I can wash my hands and I can wash my hands during the day under normal circumstances, normal washes, while my hands are still well moisturized. For some people, they might just want to do a top up. That's fine. You just apply a little bit of nourishing shear cream to your hands. That will keep your hands in good condition throughout the day. So, if you are very reluctant to shake people's hands, not because of them, but because of you, you don't have that confidence in your hands feeling smooth, feeling gentle to touch, then I've given you a confidence booster. The satin, the white tea and citrus satin hands pampering set will do the trick. Thank you for joining me this week. It's been a wonderful time. Till I come your way, same time, same place. See you. Bye-bye.